Welcome to the Brightlands home workout video. My name is Tom and I will be your personal trainer for today. I will guide you through a series of exercises that focuses on the entire body. So each week we'll do a different body part. Let's get the show on the road. So therefore we're going to start with a warming up to prime our body for the task ahead. We're going to 3 minutes warming up with 6 different exercises and we'll stop 5 seconds. We're going to start with the walkout. So make sure you have some space in front of you. Walk all the way out and come all the way up. Try to get a stretch on the back of your legs and come up. Up, walk out and then come up. So stretch the back of your legs. Keep on walking. There we go. The next one will be the windmill. So we're going to bend over, touch our feet. Going to rotate from the spine and our heart beat up. Just tap your feet with your hands and try to get a stretch in the back of your legs as well. So keep your knees stretched. The next one will be knee to the chest, fully stretch in the hip and then lunge out, come back up. Other leg, full stretch, come out and back. Full stretch in the hip. There we go. And back. Other leg. Knee to the chest. Fall out. Come back up. There we go. So the next one you'll probably recognize from yoga. So a downward dog position. I'm going to stretch the back of the legs. So you feel this in the calves. And you extend your knees one by one. So try to really point your hips upwards and stretch out those calves. If everything is going well, you're already feeling your blood flowing up a bit. Next one is a up all the way up here and then come all the way up here. So head in the air and now your hips in the air. Head in the air, hips in the air, head in the air, hips in the air. This is also good for the mobility of the shoulders. So next one, you're going to sit on your heels and you're going to really fall into your hips like this and then come all the way up as a cobra and come back, fall into your hips. Really stretch it out. You'll feel it in the shoulders as well. Stretch it out. And there we go. This is also good for the lower back when you stretch out in this position. So now back up. That was the warming up. Let's get ourselves ready. So now that we're ready with the warming up, we're going to do something a bit more challenging. You and I are going to work on your goals, so join me. So today we're going to do a chest day. The first exercise is called the push-up. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between and we start at 5 seconds. So make sure you have some space on the floor. We're going to put ourselves into this position from the knees. We're going to place our hands on the side of the mat, so about shoulder width. What we're going to do is drop our chest to the floor and push ourselves off like this. just a regular push-up, you've probably already heard of it. And rest. So you can do this from your toes. So get back in position. You can do it like this as well, meaning you have more body weight to push up. You should feel this in the chest and the front of the shoulders. If this is too heavy, do it from the knees. You feel a major difference. Wow, this can get pretty tough. And rest. So you can also play with the range of motion, meaning you don't go all the way down, you stop halfway. And if you can see the place where I place my hands, it's really on chest height. So I don't go over here and do them on shoulder height. It's really important for the health of your shoulder. Also in preventing any further injuries. And rest. So, you have one more set to go. Make sure you use that rest. I'm going to fatigue chest muscle. One last set. There we go. What's also important is that you pinch your shoulder blades together a bit, opening up the shoulder joint. Do this on the way down as well as on the way up. Almost there. And that was it, guys. That was a push-up. This exercise is called the pull-over. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between. We start at 5 seconds. Make sure you have one weight. Pause the video if you do not have one. So get on your back. Pinch your shoulder blades together and push your lower back into the mat. And let your arms fully extended, drop all the way down towards the ground. So don't bend from the elbows, try to keep your arms straight. So from this position, pulling the weight up, you do that via the chest muscle as well, making it a chest exercise. This is also great for the upper thoracic mobility. So you really increase the mobility of the spine from the lower neck as well. Only if you really push your lower back into the mat, meaning that there's no space left between the mat and your lower back. Try to get a full range of motion and really feel it in the shoulder. Both sides. It's also some sort of a mobility exercise. Really important. Make sure you rest up in between. Full focus on the there we go. You can imagine by doing this with a larger or heavier weight, then it will be even tougher. This also has a lot to do with the control of your lower back and core. You really have to use your deeper core muscles to keep this fixated and tight. If you do not control your core, you're losing a lot of mobility gain in the upper body. There we go. Last set. almost there. One more. And great job, guys. That was the pull over. It's called the diamond push-up. We're going to do 4 sets, 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between. We start in 5 seconds. So you don't need any weight for this one, just body weight. What we're going to do is place our hands with our fingers touching each other. Really have them on the lowest part of your chest as height. Do this from the knees because this is a really tough exercise. Make sure you have your elbows close to your body and let them slide sideways along and rest. So what you tend to feel with a lot of chest exercises is that the back of the arm also feels fatigued. Triceps is often a secondary muscle group within chest muscles. So with this particular exercise, we're really targeting the triceps. Focus up. One more. So you really feel the blood flowing towards this particular area. Really let it rest. You'll need it for the sets ahead. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can also play with the range of motion. So don't go too deep because it's already pretty tough. Woo! One more set to go. Come on. You have to dig deep now. This is challenging. There we go. So this was tough. Great job, guys, you did it. This exercise is called the chest press. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So make sure you get 2 separate weights. Pause the video if you don't have it. So place your shoulder blades together, pinch them and keep them there. I'm going to push the weight off from the elbows upwards. So make sure you focus the chest. So by getting heavier weights, you can make it more challenging for yourself. What's important is that we're going to control the tempo. So have them on chest height, so don't place them above your shoulders. Have it straight up. Keep pinching the shoulder blades together, going up and going down. Keep them pinching. That way you'll open up the shoulders for shoulder health, decreasing the risk of injury. You see how slow I'm going down? I don't let the weight drop. And rest. So it's important that you really let the muscle recover in between the sets. third set. Make sure you get a constant tension on the chest muscle. So don't go all the way up and don't pause. If you really control the tempo and keep the tension on the muscle for the entire 30 seconds, this can be pretty fatiguing. That's what we want. You want to strengthen the muscle. Time under tension is key. Keep it as long as possible. Focus, almost there, come on, and that was it, guys. Great job. This exercise is called the chest flies. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between. We start at 5 seconds, so make sure you get some weights. So pause the video right now if you don't have any. For example, 2 bottles of water. So you place the bottles of water right in front of your head, maybe a bit on chest height, and you drop them all the way till you hit the floor, but don't rest the weight. You're going to push it back up with your chest muscle by contracting it like this. Yes. So what's important with this one is that you must imagine as if you're hugging a big tree. So you have a slight bend in the elbow. It's really important to maximize the recruitment of the chest muscle. It's also important you don't go all the way up and touch the weights together, because we want to keep tension on the muscle, meaning you have to go down while the muscle is still contracted. So that way you have a continuous time under tension. And rest. So you can make this harder for yourself by using more weight. In other words, just a jerry can or like anything that increases the difficulty. Controlling the tempo is also another way to make it more difficult. Also, this exercise is important that you do it on about chest height. You don't have it above your head, have it above your chest. And rest. We'll do one more set after this one. Ready? Last set, best set. Fly all the way out. Fly all the way out. Couple more seconds. That was it, guys. That was a chest fly. So that was a great workout. Surely you must be pretty sweaty right now. So before we get on with your day, we have to cool down a bit first. So let's start with the cooling down. So we're now going to start with the cooling down. We're going to combine some static and dynamic stretches to cool our body down for the day ahead. So we're going to do 6 different exercises, 30 seconds each. We start in 5 seconds. So this one, the first one, you already know. We're going to do a windmill. We're going to come up between each repetition. So we're dynamically stretching the back of our legs. And don't make this too intense. Just lean forward from the hips. Get stretch on the hamstrings and the calves. So after this one, we're going to do a bit more simple. We're going to rotate our hips. So you can really imagine the joint in the socket, the hip socket, making this movement. Like we're dancing. So this next one will be for the side obliques. So we're going to stretch out fully, lean to this side, relax, stretch out fully, lean to that side. Make yourself as long as you can. Stretch out that way. Control your breathing, make sure you get that heart rate a bit down. So now I'm going to do a quad stretch and release the other side. This is also a bit of a stability exercise. So that's why we don't stay too long on one leg. Up. So we just did the front of the legs, going to do the back side now. Lean forward, up, lean all the way forward. So don't push your knees to the front, but your hips to the back while leaning forward. And then you feel it on the hamstring. So now we're going to do some dynamic calf stretching. So try to grab the sole of your foot while maintaining stretched knees, so extended knees. Some people can't reach it, so ever so slightly bend the knee. Okay guys, so I hope your heart rate is a bit down. You feel your entire body tingling. Great job. Thanks for today guys, that was a great workout. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please contact our email address down below. Also know that we provide live training sessions as well. So via SmartMove, let's always stay one step ahead.